Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Ubi-Vlog. We've been away for a little bit, I've grown a beard, and we've rustled up lots of new stuff to talk about. So without any further ado, and in the words of Philip DeFranco, let's just jump into it. Last week we announced the next chapter in the Ghost Recon story, leading on from Ghost Recon Wildlands, with the all-new Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I may have said Ghost Recon too many times there. If you've been playing Wildlands recently, then you'll have already encountered our new antagonist in the Operation Oracle update, a certain Cole D. Walker, although we can't tell you too much yet without massive spoilers. So, to get an insight into what you can expect in this new game, we have an exclusive interview with one of the developers. But before we show you that, let's just check out the trailer.
An elite soldier. Trained to strike my enemies before they know I exist. Death stalks me, but I survive. Overcoming any obstacle. Never surrendering. And with my brothers and sisters at my side, there is no fight we fear. We aren't afraid of death. So when you take the life of my brothers, when you provoke me, it doesn't matter how powerful you are, I will burn your world to the ground. I'm a ghost too. I would expect nothing less.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint will be available this October. Until then, you can get your first encounters with Cole D. Walker himself in the Ghost Recon Wildlands Operation Oracle expansion. That's a bit of a mouthful. As mentioned, to get a better understanding of what you can expect from the latest installment of the Ghost Recon franchise, I dropped in on the announcement event in London. Over to me. That's right, I'm here not in the jungles of Bolivia, but at a secret location in London for the world premiere of Ghost Recon Breakpoint. And I've sat down with one of the developers to figure out what we can expect in this new chapter of the Ghost Recon story. Right, so Ghost Recon Breakpoint is the next chapter, which leads on from Wildlands. Can you tell us how we find ourselves on Aurora?
You've received information from Central Command that Aurora has gone dark. Previously, it had been inhabited by a genius Jake Skell, who is developing good drones that are meant to help humanity, agriculture, irrigation, stuff like that. But for a couple months now, the island has gone dark. And so we've sent a bunch of recon planes in to see what's going on. They all got shot down. So the only guys left to send are the ghosts. So that's where we're going in.
Can you describe some of the new game mechanics that we can see in Breakpoint?
Absolutely. So all new in Breakpoint are these survival mechanics. Really, we want to put you in the boots of a spec ops behind enemy lines. So right now you're marooned on the strange island. You're hurt. You don't know who your enemy is. You don't know what your objective is. And your very first thing to do is going to be to survive. And from then on, as you progress through the story, you're going to be constantly confronted to the situations where, should I fight? Should I run? Should I think of another solution? We really want the players to be confronted with lots of decision making in the game, and that's part of it.
And we have a new antagonist in the game, but we've already seen Coldy Walker in Operation Oracle. What's his backstory?
Well, Coldy Walker was a ghost, just like you before. Best of the best, nitty gritty. He's seen it all. And you do get to see him a bit in Operation Oracle as he fights alongside you as a brother in arms. Now, we're not going to go too much into the story of Breakpoint, but something happens along the way that makes him start fighting against you. Now, is he right? Is he wrong? That's going to be up for the players to decide. So I'll let you play.
And if you had to pick one standout feature of Breakpoint, what would it be?
Okay, that's hard. I'm going to end up saying a bunch here, but I'm going to go with the bivouac because I'm cheating here because it's just one big feature that englobes a bunch of other features here. So you're a spec ops, you're behind enemy lines, you're going to want to prepare for situations. If you're going to go into a mission, you're going to know that you did everything you need to do beforehand to make it a success, and that's what the bivouac is for. So basically it's a place that you can go, you can rest up and prepare for the missions ahead. So in the bivouac, for example, you'll be able to heal serious injuries that were affecting your gameplay before, maybe limiting your movement or your aim. A bunch of stuff. Also, another thing in the bivouac is now the ability to be able to come out at whichever time of day that you choose. So you'll have like a 24-hour forecast and you'll be able to see what weather is going to be like and the time of day is best suited for your future operation. So a bunch of stuff in that bivouac, so I like it a lot. You're still gonna have to be smart about it. I mean, hey, you can play whichever way you want and just run into a camp, but it probably won't end up the way that you wanted to. But what's cool in Breakpoint is that we've given you even more possibilities and items to use to make your life easier or harder, depending on how you use them.
Well, that's just about all I can show you from London, so back to me in the studio. In other news, the first episode of the Assassin's Creed Odyssey Fate of Atlantis story arc has now launched, and we're also ramping up to the release of Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered on the Switch. Also, Trials Rising got its first 66 expansion update, and Starlink Battle for Atlas has received a big update in the form of Crimson Moon. Let's take a look at what's new in the Atlas system.
Welcome, one and all, to the Crimson Moon. They call me Fortune. You're in my house now. And these are the Outlaw Games. You think you're an ace pilot, do you? Then prove it in the most dangerous racing competition in the galaxy. Perhaps you'd like to show your worth in the Crimson Coliseum. Good luck with that. Oh, and do watch your step. With all these outlaws in Atlas, things will get a little messy. Care to round up the most wanted outlaws? I'm sure you'll be rewarded one way or another. And if you and that meddling expedition want to explore the Warden's cradle, just leave me out of it. Look at all these fresh new faces. Oh, this will be so exciting.
Oh, hello there, Star Fox.
Andrew! Sounds like you got a few bad guys to catch.
This time, it's my turn. Let me handle this one, Fox.
Sounds
Sounds like a job for Slippy Toad.
Do you think you're ready? Then let the games begin!
And finally, we recently launched Anno 1800, and ahead of the game's unveiling at EGX Rezzed, we asked the community to put some questions to the development team about what they can expect in the latest installment.
Oh, that's really hard because we have so many new features in Anno 1800. I would say, let's say the expeditions, because that is something for people like pen paper role-playing game, adventure games, etc. It's super exciting, but also the new workforce feature, because we changed things quite drastically. So now you have to take care that you have enough people from each residential tier in your city, but also you can change the working conditions and stuff like this, and that really mixes things in the classic Anno formula quite up. So yeah, these two. I think it's safe to say that with Anno 1800 we created the most feature-packed Anno of all time. Like, as soon as you reach residential tier 4, you have 5 in total, you unlock electricity. That makes things way more interesting and complex. Then with residential tier 5, with the investors, you have the monument, which has also now, for the first time, a proper huge feature attached to it. Then you have the new world, you have the naval warfare, you have trading, optimizing, getting the maximum amount of residents on your island. So there's a lot of endgame for you guys to try out.
Now, in the last episode, we gave you the chance to win Far Cry New Dawn on the PS4 or Xbox One, and here are your winners scrolling across the screen right now. To claim your prize, you can email me at mattfisher@ubisoft.com. I'll include this email in the description of the YouTube video below, and once we've verified that it's actually you, you can get to work saving Hope Canty all over again. But with that in mind, it's time for another giveaway, and this month we have 2 copies of Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered on the Switch up for grabs. If you're watching this on YouTube, all you need to do is leave a comment below like the one that's on screen now, and we'll pick 2 winners at random to be announced on next month's episode. If you're watching on Facebook, head over to YouTube on the link in the description for your chance to enter, and as always, terms and conditions can be found below my face. So that's it for another episode of Ubi-Vlog. We're looking forward to bringing you all the latest news from Ubisoft all around the world, but until next time, I should probably think of a good sign-off. Are we going to stick with happy gaming? Yeah, go on, why not? Happy gaming, everyone.